Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I ended up doing 24 years straight in the California prison system. During that time, I accumulated some good stories, and I'm gonna give y'all one today. In the event you like this story, then definitely be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. That way, anytime I drop a story, you will be notified ASAP, and you can hop on it whenever you're ready. Also, if you haven't got a chance yet, definitely be sure to check out my website. That's 16tolife.com. You can get you some hoodies, t-shirts, yard down shirts, 16 to life t-shirts, hoodies. I got some Fox t-shirts, surrender that money. Fox, just tell me what I owe you. I also got 2 mixtapes for sale on there. You can get those in CDs or on a flash drive. The reason why I do it like that, I get a bulk of the money as opposed to doing it on the streaming sites. But in the event you prefer that, I also got a song called Never Gave Me Therapy on all major platforms. So with that being said, let's hop right up into this story. This story takes place around 2005, 2006. I'm going to drop some real names in this story, which is something that I don't do too often. I got sent down to CMC East. Now, the unique thing about CMC East is when you go to the canteen, you're able to get these things they call ducats. The ducats are $1 a piece, and they allow you to get 50. And then you can come back to the yard, and they have a snack bar. You can buy popcorn, sodas, ice cream, candy, stuff like that. But of course, though the ducats are also used as a form of currency, as opposed to other prisons where people might trade stamps, and they may trade canned goods like roast beef, chicken in the can, chili beans, whatever. So now for the dudes who was hustling, selling tobacco, weed, whatever, these ducats was basically the only thing that people wanted, And you also had some dudes who would go on a visit, and they would bring back $100 bills cash, and then they would sell the $100 for anywhere between $150 and $180, maybe sometimes even 200 ducats, depending on the availability of the $100 bills on the yard. If the less, then the more you could get for the money, and so that was a good hustle, man. And I was selling cigarettes, and I done extremely well with them ducats. But anyway, so I get to CMC East. They end up moving me in a cell with a dude by the name of Diamond. Diamond was from 74 Hoover. So, but he told me when I moved in there with him, he said, "Hey, man, I'm already gonna move one of my homeboys up in there," which was understandable, because when you're living in a cell, you definitely want to be with someone you feel that you're compatible with, and someone that you can coexist with. And especially at CMC, because these cells was much smaller than the average prison cell. So they end up moving me downstairs in the cell with a dude by the name of Blue. Blue was from Palo Alto, East Palo Alto, I believe, So Blue was cool, but he was short to the house, which meant that he only had a few months left. When he was a couple of weeks short, he happened to have a homeboy pull up. Now, his homeboy was named Will, and if I'm not mistaken, Will was from the Ville in East Palo Alto. I'm not 100% sure about that. But now, Will, he had a slight resemblance to the rapper DMX, but especially in his build and the way he talked, and he happened to rap too. So anyway, Will told me, "Hey, listen, man, I got a homie that just pulled up. When I leave, if you want to, you can pull him in the cell." I said, "Well, you know what? Let me go down there and holler at him, man." So now when I go down there, I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?" He like, "Hey, what's up, Rogue? Yeah, they call me Will, Rogue, from East Palo Alto. Yeah, how you doing?" So we started talking and stuff, and I could tell, okay, this dude is a little bit high strung, But like I say, he rapped and I rapped, and so I also had a lot of instrumental CDs, so I slide him that. So we developed a slight rapport, But I go back upstairs, I tell Blue, I said, "No, Blue, you know what? I'm gonna end up bringing my own homie up over here, So they end up moving Will in the cell with one of my other homeboys by the name of Solo. So now one day, Will is walking down the hall. He happened to notice this dude by the name of Florida. Of course, he was from Florida, sitting in his cell. He got the door open, but he's sitting on the toilet. He fully dressed. He's sitting on the toilet, counting some ducats. He had a whole bunch of ducats up in there. So Will push up in the cell on him like, "Hey, what's up, Rogue? Hey, you think you can let me hold a couple of them ducats?" And Florida tell him, "No, man, I got something to do with these." Will, he like, "Oh, all right, Rogue." And then so Will walked out. or at least he acted like he was walking out. Once Florida put his head back down and started counting the ducats, Will ran back up in there and boom, kicked him right in the face with them hard-ass state boots. Then he got on him. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, bitch-ass nigga. Give me these ducats. Give me these ducats, nigga. He snatched the ducats from him, got up on him a couple more times. Boom, boom. So now Florida fall off the toilet and fall on the floor. Will kick him in the face one more time for good measure. Boom, bitch-ass nigga. Yeah, give me these ducats, nigga. And then he walk out. He walked down the hall and go up in his cell. So now, once Florida wake up from that state of unconsciousness, courtesy of that state boot, you know what I'm saying? He hobbled his ass down to the podium to where the COs are, you know, and basically he was like, hey man, it's a motherfucker running around here kicking people in the face with a state boot, and I've been the last victim. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course he ain't said no shit like that, but he definitely told him he had got assaulted or something like that, man. And so they, you know, they walked him over to the program office. Now, about 20, 30 minutes later, they come back over there. They get Will. They handcuff Will. Take Will to the hole. So, obviously, Florida told. So, they end up moving Florida to the B yard. So, now, when this shit happened, it just so happened that Florida only had a couple months to do itself. So, Florida ended up going home, you know. But I don't know if it was by coincidence or whatever. But maybe about 2 weeks after Florida went home, they end up releasing Will, and he came back to the yard. So, they put him in another cell. So, now, when Will come back to the yard, eventually, he go get at my homeboy Solo. He want his ducats. Like, hey, what's up, Rogue? Hey, man, yeah, I'm out. I need those ducats. So now, Solo, he done fucked around and spent the man's ducats on a tattoo or some old bullshit. So Solo tell him, hey, listen, man, I don't got your ducats right now, but here, I got a case of soups for you and some other shit. Will don't want to hear that shit, though. Will want his ducats, you know. So Will take the case of soups, and he go put them up in his new cell. But then he pushed back down a Solo cell. He knock on the... Hey, what's up, Rogue? Solo like, what's up? Hey, let me holler at you, Rogue. So, hey, man, where my ducats at? And Solo said, I just told you that, you know, I don't got the ducats. He said, hey, man, bing, bing. So he get off on Solo. They go to squabbing up in there. So now somebody happened to come get me. They say, hey, chill, your homeboy down there fighting on the tier. So now when I go down there, by this time, I guess somebody either then broke the fight up or they didn't stop fighting. They both kind of standing out in the hallway, you know, with the door open. I looked up in there, this shit all knocked all over the place and shit. And Will is telling him, yeah, Rogue, come back up in here. You know, the cats from Palo Alto, that's what they call each other, Rogue. You know, bring your ass back up in here. This shit ain't over, Rogue. Every time I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass till you got my shit. So I'm telling the homie Solo, I say, go back up in there and squab, homie. He said, oh no, I'm cool, man. He was in there biting me and all type of shit. I said, man, listen, man, you can't be cool until he cool. You know what I'm saying? So Solo said, no, man, I'm through, man. I'm done. So Solo leave, walk down the hall, and he go outside. So later that day, I happened to see Will playing handball. And like I say, by this time, me and Will, we done developed a little rapport. So I go over there, I holler at him. I say, hey, listen, Will, you know, y'all already got down, man. You know, the homie ain't got nothing for you, you know what I'm saying? He gave you some soups, he told you to wait, but since y'all squab, you know, that's it, man. If y'all want to get down again, then go ahead. But Will was like, you know what, homie? All right, chill. I'm gonna just let this shit go, Rogue. I ain't tripping, Rogue. It's, you know, out of respect for you, Rogue, I'm gonna let it go. So that was it. You know, they end up leaving this shit alone. So eventually, just so happened, we all wind up to be in the same vocational class. It was a class that was called vocational dry cleaning, where you would learn dry cleaning skills. Now, I can't remember everybody that was up in there, but I definitely remember my boy Sandman from the Jungles was up in there. I don't know if he was up in there at the time of this incident. D from Brookfield. D was from Oakland. They call him Brookfield D, and a few more of us. Matter of fact, Will was up in there, and just so happened, his cellie was up in there. He had a cellie by the name of Scraper. I think Scrape or Scraper. Scrape was from the Bay somewhere, maybe Frisco or maybe Oakland. I can't remember which. Brown-skinned brother with dreads. So now one day, for whatever reason, we didn't happen to go to vocational dry cleaning. I don't think the instructor didn't show up or some shit like that. So anyway, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the cell chilling, trying to get me some sleep. You know, just so happened, Will, his cell is like 3 or 4 cells down from mine, you know. Now, these cells up there, the tiers are set up different. It's like a long-ass hallway. The hallway is maybe about 15 feet wide, maybe about 10 feet wide, with cells on each side of it. So, you know, it's when everybody go outside in the morning, you know, you can hear the echo and shit. You can hear everything, you know, everything up in there, the noise and stuff is elevated. So I'm in the cell chilling. All of a sudden, every few seconds, I hear somebody say, "Give it to me now." So I'm in there chilling. Like I say, I'm trying to get some sleep. I keep hearing, "Give it to me now." I'm thinking like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, every few seconds, "Give it to me now." So all of a sudden, I'm like, damn, man, what's going on? So now, a few seconds later, I hear the cell door open. Then maybe a couple seconds after that, it's like a lot of banging and shit up in there. You can tell somebody up in there fighting and shit. So then I hear, "Yeah, you bitch ass nigga, clean this shit up, bitch. Clean it up, bitch." So I jump down out of my bed. I'm thinking like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So I go to my door, I open my door and shit. I look outside, I see Will. Now Will is walking up the hallway, looking back, like talking, you know. "Yeah, you bitch, clean the cell up. So clean that shit up." So I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So now, a few seconds later, Will Selly, Scraper, appear at the door. I'm like, damn, Scrape, what's cracking? He said, "Oh, man." He said, "I don't know, man." He said, I came up in there. I went to the bathroom, just stand in front of the toilet. He said, "Dude just rushed me from the back, socking all on me and shit." I'm like, damn. He like, "Oh, yeah, man. He done pulled all my dreads out and shit." I'm like, oh, man, that's crazy and shit. Like I say, man, Will definitely was burnt out and off his rocker, you know. So Scrape ended up going outside. You know, matter of fact, so he go outside to holler at his homeboys, and then he ended up having to cut all his dreads. And I guess dude that snatched his head, you know, parts of his head and shit, and pulled his dreads out. So later that day, Will come back. Just so happened, he wanted to get another instrumental CD from me, but he also wanted me to listen to the song he had wrote on the other one. So I go down there and shit. He rapped the rap he did for me, and all of a sudden he stand up, he look in the mirror. He like, "Yeah, Chill, I know they be coming in here when I'm gone. They be switching out the mirror. They trying to record me, Chill. Can you hear me now? Hey, can you hear me now?" "Yeah, Chill, I know they watching me." He fog up he wiped the shit up off the mirror. Now the mirrors ain't really that clear. He said, "Yeah, Chill, I know they watching me, Chill." So I say to myself, yeah, this man is definitely burnt out, you know. So we end up going outside or whatever, man. Maybe a few months now. In between this two now, Will has gotten into several fights. Like, Will is burnt out. You know, sometimes he'd just latch on to shit and, you know, see shit that don't nobody else see. He was definitely tripping. So now one day we sitting up in the day room. It's a few of us up in there. It's a brother by the name of Aaron Cook. Dark-skinned Christian brother. Aaron was real cool. Aaron was about a San Jose. Aaron probably was about 5'10", real dark-skinned and shit. So Aaron say to me, he say, "Hey, man, Chill, I think I'm gonna have to go whoop this dude's ass." I say, "Who?" He say, "Will, man, the dude keeps staring at me like he want to see me or something." You know, now, like I say, Aaron was a cool Christian brother. He didn't bother nobody. Now, don't get it twisted, because he was a Christian. Aaron was far from a punk, you know what I'm saying? Aaron was older, probably about 45, you know, dark-skinned, probably about 5'10", about 215, 220, maybe bigger than that. Used to play handball all the time, real agile, though. So, he say, he go over there and ask Will he got a problem. Will like, "Yeah, man, I want to see you. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom." So they end up going over there to the bathroom. They get up into the bathroom. Aaron get off on him. Bing, boom, bang, boom. So they go to squabbing. So Aaron tell me this later on. He picked Will up, slammed Will on the ground, and started choking him. Will like, all right, Rogue, I'm cool. Let me up, Rogue. Let me up. So Will let him up, you know. Then I think the next day, Will call him out again. You know, he basically pretty much he get the same treatment and shit. You know, Aaron busts him up. Then after that, he cool, you know. Then, like I say, after that period, Will, you know, he was kind of burnt out. He was getting into fights from here and there and shit now. So one of the last times he got into it, he's in a different building now. He's on the tier. I don't know if y'all seen the video I did where the Golden State Warriors visited San Quentin. It's a brother in there by the name of Bam, tall dude with some glasses. So now they getting out the shower. So all of a sudden, Will go to triple like, "Yeah, nigga, you done stole my t-shirt, nigga, motherfucker. These niggas running around here. Bam tell him, "Man, what you? This ain't your t-shirt. This is my t-shirt." Yeah, you motherfuckers around here. You niggas are stealing and shit. Yeah, you niggas. Yeah. So he like Will is tripping. Like Bam is like, "Man, this is my t-shirt. I don't know what the hell you tripping on." So Will, he go downstairs. When he go downstairs, he walking outside. All of a sudden, he see a dude by the name of Bootsy. And he just get off. Now, Boosie is an older dude. Boosie probably about 55 years old. He don't say nothing. He just walk past Boosie and just bang, boom, 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 boom. He bust Boosie up, knock Boosie down and shit. Now, Boosie had a homie right there. I forget his name. But once again, I don't know what it is with these dudes and these water bottles. His homie had a water bottle and he threw it at Will. So now when Will fire on the dude, they right in front of the building. So the CO that's sitting in the building, he see all this going on. He run outside, man, and he mace him or whatever and take him to the hole, you know. And that was about the last I seen Will. Matter of fact, I seen Will maybe about 2 or 3 months later. He was on D yard now. That's the EOP yard, like that's the crazy yard and shit. And they was escorting him to the medical facility. And I seen him up in there. I'm like, hey, Will, what's up? And he just over there standing like he didn't see me. He didn't speak. He didn't say nothing, man. But that's the story on old Wild Will, man, from East Palo Alto, man. Will was a problem, cool dude, man. But he definitely had a few screws. He definitely had a few screws missing and shit, man. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that story about my boy, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.